All right, y'all. So it finally happened. The vile grift is now officially complete. And when I say that, what I mean is Tulsi Gabbard, with her long political evolution, has finally reached its logical conclusion. Here's what she said.
It is because of my love for our country, and specifically because of the leadership that President Trump has brought to transform the Republican Party and bring it back to the party of the people and the party of peace, that I'm proud to stand here with you today, President Trump, and announce that I'm joining the Republican Party.
Okay, let's just lay it out there right now. Every single one of her harshest critics, every single one of the resistance liberals who were saying red flag when I look at her from the very beginning, they were all right. Every single one of them was right. They were all right. They saw it coming. People like me did not see it coming because I'm naive. I take people at face value. If I see somebody who's making an argument that's going against the Democrats and it's nominally an argument to the left of the Democrats, in other words, saying the Democrats aren't left-wing enough. They're too conservative. They're too right-wing. I'm against that. I want them to be more left. When I see that, I go, oh, that makes perfect sense. Those are arguments that I make all the time, right? But the difference is I mean it. She didn't. She went from supporting Bernie Sanders to Joe Biden in 2020 to now campaigning for Trump and joining the Republican Party in 2024. How does one do that? By the way, I've said it before. If you're a grown-ass person and you change all of your political beliefs, your policy beliefs, that is sketchy as fuck. That smells like a grifter to me from a mile away. Because there's one thing, it's natural to learn and evolve, and maybe on 2 or 3 issues, it's like, yeah, I was kind of wrong about that. But to say every single thing I believed, every single deeply held belief and value I had, now I'm in the exact opposite. It's like, wow, that seems really fucking convenient and really fucking hacky. The fact of the matter is, she burned every bridge on the left wing of the political spectrum. And then she said, well, what am I going to do? I just guess I'll just go this way. Sort of, the inverse of like Liz Cheney, right? Where it's like, she burned every bridge with the right and MAGA dropped the hammer on her and she got blown out. And it's like, well, I can either get out of politics or just go join the other side. And what you do, go join the other side, just like Tulsi Gabbard. So now look, we got to call a spade, right? Now everybody's suspect now when it's like, hey, you're criticizing the Democrats from the left. It's like, is this going to end in 5 years where all of a sudden you agree with every right-wing idiotic policy in the country? And then the other thing is, a lot of this is just lying, right? So, the party of peace now, the Republicans are the party of peace. Don't look at Trump increasing drone strikes 432%. Don't look at him doing over 2,000 drone strikes in his first 2 years alone. Don't look at him keeping us in Iraq and Afghanistan. Don't look at the 330% increase in civilian deaths in Afghanistan. Don't look at him bombing Syria twice. Don't look at him bombing Somalia. Don't look at him occupying a third of Syria and taking the oil. Don't look at attempting to coup Venezuela, right? Like, party of peace, which I made up, and now I will pretend is true, even though it's not. And it's like, these are the same people who are like, the Democrats are now the party of Dick Cheney, bro. That's what they are, bro. And they never say anything about, well, Tom Cotton's in your coalition. Lindsey Graham's in your coalition. Mike Pompeo's in your coalition. So you have more neocons supporting the Republicans and Trump than there are supporting Kamala. By the way, did anti-war Tulsi ever say a single word in favor of Biden when he nearly eliminated the drone war or pulled out of Afghanistan? Not a fucking word. Not a word. Not a word. I don't believe her. I don't believe her. She's full of shit. She's a careerist hack. And now every critic from the very beginning, the cringe resistance liberals who we all looked at and were like, ugh, these people are disgusting. Every one of them was right about Tulsi. Every single one of them. And we all need to acknowledge that. We all need to realize that. We all need to digest that. And we all need to adjust moving forward with just how kind we are with taking people at face value. Because I've certainly learned my lesson. I've been burned enough times with the Jimmy Dores and the Russell Brands and the fucking Tulsi Gabbards. I've been burned enough times where I'm not going to come out here in white knight and cape for you when people are saying, you look like you're doing a whole right-wing transition grift. I will not be there to say that's not true. Because many times it ends up being true. Now, hopefully, that's not the case with all people, all these sorts of people who might criticize the Democrats from the left or, break with Democratic or liberal or leftist orthodoxy from time to time. It's clearly not true because I'm somebody who does that all the time, but I know where my values are and I know where I am, right? But there's plenty of people who do the full fucking Dave Rubin or whatever, and these are the most pathetic losers in the country. The most pathetic losers. And you should feel personally burned by them because they did. They burned all of us. what they were advertising themselves as and what they ended up actually being are totally fucking different. And that is worthy of no respect at all. All right, guys, that's the show. That's the show. Y'all know the drill. Everybody, please click like, click subscribe, all that fun stuff. Support the show on Patreon or tip with the thanks button on YouTube. Check out Crystal Kyle and Friends this week. We'll have an interesting conversation going on there. All right, love you guys, and I'll see you there. Peace. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.